Hey, everybody. We are back again with another episode of Beards, Business, and Black Man Podcast. I'm your host, Keyzia Nikole. Look here today. Today is a very special day. I am super excited about all of the people that have already gotten your tickets for the Beards and Business Award Show. We are honoring some magnificent men. Now, listen, for those of you that don't know, Virginia Beer Festival started in order to find Black male role models for young Black men in the Hampton Roads area. And so this year, for our fifth anniversary, we are celebrating mentors. We are celebrating Black men that are in the community. Of course, they have beards, y'all. Of course, they have beards. We are celebrating them this year to celebrate their achievements and their honoring them for giving back to the community. Now, I have a special guest. I want everybody to welcome to the studio Mr. Genoa Everett.
How you doing?
What's up?
Mm,
What's up? How are you doing?
okay.
Awesome. So I appreciate you coming today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I learned. Go ahead.
Thank
Say what?
you. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
thanking you.
absolutely. And we just it's important to um give you flowers while you are here, especially all of the work that you're doing. Not a lot of Black men or even that want to give back to their community are able to, and those that actually make time to do so, we just want to just say thank you, and with hopes of that inspiring others. So now, what they call you, Coach Genoa? Is that
Coach
what they
G.
call you? What,
Yeah,
Coach G?
Coach G.
Coach G. Okay, Coach
Mm,
G. We're gonna call you Coach G, all right?
Coach G.
Guys,
Yeah.
this is Genoa Everett. He has been doing a lot of amazing work in the community. He's a coach, y'all, football, basketball, baseball. What I miss?
PTA president,
Look, PTA
um,
president. I'm talking about what you
activist.
coach, Genoa, Coach G. I'm talking
Oh,
about all the sports you coach.
football, basketball, some baseball as well.
See, all of them, y'all. All of the sports that our young men need, right? Not only that, Genoa, he is a phenomenal mentor. He is a liaison to help bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community. And that's not an easy job because, listen, I've done some mediations, okay? When they be talking about they want to shoot people. And these little kids talking about they want to shoot somebody because somebody didn't stepped on their shoe. Listen here, it take a lot to talk them down. So tell us a little bit about how you got into the space where you are now the community whisperer. I mean, you are able to bridge the gap to law enforcement who are sometimes they're disconnected um, from the community.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm born and raised in Portsmouth, so I pretty much know the culture, and I lived in. Never left Portsmouth actually. Um, I I served 11 years with the Department of Corrections, 3 years with the Portsmouth Sheriff's Office before resigning. During that time, I gained a lot of knowledge, and I've seen firsthand how disconnected certain people were. And I just wanted to be a part of a positive change and make a difference. Um, it helps a lot because my involvement in the community prior to, especially like being younger, being involved in a lot of things, sports, and things of that nature, and living almost half the neighborhoods in the city. I met a lot of people. So when I worked in corrections, I learned firsthand how important it is to be fair, firm, and consistent, and to mean what you say and to turn do into done. If you can't, just try your best to do so and to be a part of that supportive authority to help people actually get better. Because it's for rehabilitation, they say. So I plan. I always want to do what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you've been doing this for a number of years, a little over 10 years, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's in
yeah. And
13
so,
years.
and you know what I noticed, because I work with youth as well, is that the generations have shifted. I think this generation have less filter. I think this generation, they you can't just talk to them. So share with me, what changes have you seen specifically, like when it comes to young men and young women, youth? Have you seen the shift that I've seen as far as like a difference in characteristics?
Oh yes, yes. I had a little advantage because I dealt with adults, and I had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of cognitive training and dialogue training in the past with the Department of Corrections. And by facilitating that class in Sheriff's Office and Department of Corrections, I learned a lot of things. And one thing I learned is the biggest breakdown today is communication,
Mm-hmm.
which leads to other issues like mental health issues and things of that nature. And I learned that one of the worst things you can do in communication is not to say anything, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
and to speak to people and not at people. And we usually, as a culture, our generations, we usually throw things to the back burner and keep things quiet. And we feel like we're being loyal to our friends and family by not saying anything. And that's the biggest issue. So these kids today, they was pretty much raised in a different world with old school techniques. Now they
Mm-hmm.
have social media, so the world is so much more social now, and things are all in the open. Well, now it's like, okay, we was raised this way, but all we see is this, so it's hard to combine the two because it's just you can't do it. It's like putting a square inside a circle, So it's like we have to change with the times. Old keys don't open new doors.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I've noticed that the girls are more a little more aggressive than it used to be. But we are hoping to be make an impact on that shift. Share with me a little bit about like what the challenges are that you see, the one challenge, because I know there's many, the biggest challenge in regards to the law enforcement in the community.
Well, I say probably one of the biggest challenges are lack of knowledge. Um, a lot of times, my advantage is I can explain the process when I approach a crime scene because we are notified when crimes happen, and we do report the crime scenes, and we're able to do our job as long as we don't get in the way of law enforcement. So I'll go there and I'll talk to people, and they don't understand why. Oh, why is this moving so slow? Or why are they taking their time doing this? Or why haven't they done this? And it's like I get this explaining them the steps because I patrol the streets as well in the worst neighborhoods in the city. So that's kind of an advantage. Then you have law enforcement that really don't understand the struggle and
Mm-hmm.
the lack of that we've been dealing with in these communities for our whole lives. And so the perception is really
Yeah.
not the truth, but that's what people go off of is what perception is. So, and you have people overworked and just
Yeah.
frustrated. They can't deal with the mental capacity. They don't have the mental capacity to deal with things at the same time, be professional or be understanding because
Mhm.
their passion gets in the way and frustration.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, so what are some needs that you have in the work that you do? If with our audience, what do you encourage our audience to do to help support what the work that you're doing in the community?
Well, pretty much to get involved, develop a pro-social behavior, volunteer. If you
Mhm.
see anything that can help your community, volunteer for it.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna ask you what they look like because you like get involved. I'm like, okay, I can I can do something, but I was gonna say if you could dig a little deeper in that, like, what do you mean by getting involved?
well, you have usually in this type of environment, you don't get a lot of help. You
Mm,
find yourself with a heavy load. When people find out that you do things, you get bombarded. And there's a lot of people that are watching, but they don't get involved. Even people that need help, we ask them to get involved as well
mm,
because what I can't do, you can probably do. I
yeah,
always tell people to strengthen diversity, so we need as many people as we can to get involved. Like, we can help you, and you can help us in return. In a field that we don't have too much knowledge in, but just ask questions when you see these children. Talk to them, show some interest in these children because you never know what they're going through at home. You got to
yeah.
show that you care. And I'm raising six. I raised six kids myself, but it's like
Wow.
sometimes I have to let that other person reach my child that I can't reach. I have to let that pride and ego go because it
Yeah.
takes a village. We always say, right? But
Yeah,
a lot of people,
absolutely.
don't allow that village to take action. So we have to empower each other and learn dialogue and to express ourselves more and to step up and volunteer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, we talked about beards. No,
Mhm.
sorry. This is beards, business, and black men. So we talked about you as a black man, your contribution to the community. We talked about your business as far as what you do full time. Now let's talk about your beard regimen. So what you got going on with
Okay,
the
look,
beard?
before
Come
we
on, what you
start,
got going on?
one more thing. Rise Up Foundation is my business. We deal with cognitive community and dialogue and reentry. Also, GNS Express is a box truck delivery that we're starting up as well. So I just want to throw that out there, and we'll talk about that
Awesome.
later. Yeah, but as
Okay,
far as the
absolutely.
beer, law enforcement really kept me close. I couldn't really
Yeah.
grow. So now I'm in the process of I'm able to grow my hair and I'm able to wolf out a little bit. So I just keep it
Yeah.
clean. Right now I'm in the process of not cutting it so I can get that sharp line up for
Yeah.
November the 6th. So I'm gonna keep it
Okay.
clean.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, let it
Okay.
grow a little bit. But my main thing is just maintenance. Basic maintenance right now.
Okay, okay. So you got your brush. You are you using any
Oh
products?
yeah, I
Don't
just
shout them out because they ain't sponsoring this
Oh,
episode.
okay. I was
But
just about to reach out and grab one, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm using oils
don't
and
be ever doing no side
you
side
know,
commercials on this show.
yeah, but that's pretty much it. I'd
That's
like to
what's
tell you
up.
too. I appreciate
Huh?
what y'all doing. Definitely appreciate what y'all doing out here for the community. And I would love to get involved and help out as
Absolutely.
well, any way I can.
Absolutely. So y'all don't forget to follow your boy Coach G Genoa in the building, okay? Follow him on Instagram at Strong Enough to Care. He's also on Facebook at Genoa Everett. Make sure y'all follow him, connect with him. He's doing some amazing work. And what you want to tell them about anything that we have going on coming up? Tell them what to do about November 6th.
Okay, November 6th, Beers in Business. I believe it's a fashion show as well, correct?
It's
Local.
not. We did that
Oh,
last year, okay?
oh, okay,
But you
okay.
still gotta come correct.
Yeah, I gotta
Cause your
come
boy
correct.
Vision Willis. I don't know if you know Vision Willis, honey.
Uh,
He got the challenge going on. So
Okay, got you. It's at the bookstore in Portsmouth on High Street.
yeah,
It's a nice place. I've been there a couple of times myself. It's laid out. It's an actual bookstore, but they have an entertainment section as well and bars. I believe food as well.
absolutely.
So good food I heard.
Look good.
I haven't
Yep,
had
yep,
food yet,
yep.
but November
Woohoo!
6th, come check it out.
Come check it. I get
Go
y'all
to
tickets now.
Eventbrite. Eventbrite for tickets. Type in beers and business, and it'll show you the rest of the way. But I'm definitely excited.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, Beards, Business, and Black Men podcast. Okay. We're on Anchor, we're on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all comment. Let us know what you think about everything that we talked about today. And remember, guys, see you on November 6th. All right. Peace.